Hey guys, so first of all, let me give you an update on my teeth. I'll put a timestamp to skip ahead to when the actual video starts of the true crime story. And forgive the zips on my face. I sound like I have Invisalign in, and I feel like I'm having to go back to middle school because I used to take speech therapy because of my lisp. And I'm really having to go back and be like, and say it correctly. So, I got my half tooth capped and it looks perfect. I have a flipper on here and they messed up, the lab who did the flipper messed it up, and my dentist was really mad. And he said after the swelling and everything goes down from this tooth being pulled, I'm gonna go back in and get another impression, and he's gonna fix it and get me a proper flipper because it's a little darker than the rest of my teeth. Let me see if I can show you. And there's discoloration up here because that's where the tooth was pulled, so got a little bit of bleeding has been happening. And it's a little crooked. So if you can see right there, it kind of leans this way instead of straight up and down. So when they do the impression, he's going to have them mirror this tooth that he capped so that it's identical except flipped. So yeah. It's got like a false gum line, which is pretty cool, and it's really comfortable. It's just that it has a plastic piece in the back right behind my teeth, and that's what's causing my lisp because I say my S's improperly with my tongue and breathing air through my teeth. So I'm really having to focus and be like, yes, and say it with my teeth properly. So forgive me if I'm like lisping through this whole fucking video, but I feel way better, no pain, nothing like that. That whole tooth was the one that was really killing me, so I'm glad it's gone. So he's gonna fix the flipper, get me a proper one, and then we'll talk implant and stuff down the road. So it's totally good for now. I'm really happy with it. Moving on. So this request is from Awesome Austin. Oh, great. Great. I can't even say your name properly. This request is shit. This request is from Awesome Austin. That was still bad, but it was the best I can do. So thank you for the request. This was pretty interesting. I liked this case. I'd never heard of this one before. That's what I like about my channel and my subscribers is you guys bring up cases that I've never even heard of. And I think a lot of true crime channels are kind of regurgitating the same thing over and over again, and I think it's nice to have like some fresh stories. Anywho, it is about a woman named Julia Koppenhaver. She is the daughter of the late Susan Lewis Koppenhaver, who was 63 at the time of her death. So I think you know where this is going. On October 25th of 2018, so less than a year ago, Susan was found in her home at 139 Northeast 2nd Street in Oak Island, North Carolina, and police arrested her daughter Julia, age 24, and charged her with first-degree murder in connection with her mother's death. Her mother died after being brutally stabbed and bludgeoned. In the 911 calls to Brunswick County authorities the day of the murder, family members told emergency dispatchers that Julia Koppenhaver had checked herself out of a mental health facility in Virginia the day before and disappeared from the area. They stated that Julia had been suffering from paranoid delusions and could be a danger to her mother. Documents indicate that the family had a part-time residence in Oak Island where Susan was staying at the time. And according to Susan's autopsy, the woman suffered dozens of stab wounds, 35 to the head, 10 to the neck, 18 to the torso, and more than 24 to her extremities. The autopsy states that her body also showed evidence of extensive blunt force injuries, including to her head. The autopsy also showed that Susan's left leg was severed below the knee after she died. The medical examiner's investigation reports showed that her body was found wrapped in a quilt, lying on her back in a walk-in closet of the master bedroom. The report states that the bed had been stripped, the blood-soiled linens were found in the home's washing machine, and near the entrance to the master bedroom, another bag containing a bloody pair of scissors, a butcher's knife, and a hammer was also found. When the police responded to the home for a welfare check, Julia answered the door in bloody clothing. After her arrest, she was charged with 1 count of malicious conduct by an inmate after allegedly spitting at a jailer. Now, near the end of 2018, she was transferred to the North Carolina Correctional Institution for Women in Raleigh after Brunswick County authorities said that their facility did not have the capacity to address her extensive mental health needs. Now, when the 911 calls were released to the public, Susan's sister and her son told the dispatchers that they thought Julia may have harmed or killed Susan. The son described a psychotic break Julia might have had, and he and Susan's sister told them that Julia had been hospitalized but was not taking the prescribed medication after signing herself out against medical advice. They said that she'd been having this delusion that she was public enemy number 1 and that their mother was out to get her. The son of Susan and the brother to Julia said he spoke with Julia and he kept asking, "Is mom alive?" And one of the times that he asked, she answered no. She said she's in the closet or something. He said he called the mother's cell phone shortly after and his sister answered, and she stated that she had to defend herself. Now, unfortunately, because this is an ongoing case, this is all the information that I could find on it. I will link all of my sources below where I got this information from. But if you guys would like an update down the road, please request that, because I'd be happy to keep up with this, because this is really crazy, and I'm wondering if she is going to get off on a plea of insanity or where this is going to lead. And I'm also wondering if the defense is going to lay a case as to maybe why Julia wanted to kill her mother. Maybe they had a rough relationship, which does not excuse what Julia did to her mother, obviously, but in her psychosis or her very heavily affected mental health state of mind, maybe there was something that led Julia to sort of dwell on something from her past, or maybe that's just what the defense is going to say. But it'll be interesting to see how this pans out, basically. So I'd be happy to do an update. It'll probably be a while before anything is available. And then after this as well, I'm going to stick in a clip of an update on a previous video I did of a murder that happened like less than 20 minutes from me in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And I think Jason G requested an update to that, so I will stick that in as well. But other than that, that is all I have for today's video. Thank you so much for sticking through with this beautiful list I have going. Hopefully I'll get used to it really quickly and next week's video won't be as noticeable. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. If you have any requests or any hate comments, I've gotten a couple lately without requesting them, so that's been lovely. Leave those below. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. I upload new videos every Wednesday, and I will see you guys next week. Bye. Hey guys. Oh, that feels weird doing that left-handed, but quick update for you. I was asked to do an update on the Martin Benito Montemayor, I think that was his name. The man who murdered his wife in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. The only update that I found so far wasn't worth making a whole video for, so I thought I would just put it at the end of this video. He actually attempted suicide in his jail cell somehow. He is in the Rutherford County Jail, which is not far from here. And my curious self was like, maybe I should try and go like interview him, but I don't want to get killed. But apparently he tried to commit suicide, and because the case is still open, they were not allowed to comment on what he tried to do or how he tried to do it. So at this time, he is still alive, still okay, still in jail, and awaiting trial. So when more develops on that case, I will definitely update you guys, and I'll try and keep up with the story. So other than that, I'm gonna go finish braiding my hair. I'm like halfway through done braiding it. It's like soaking wet right now, and I guess I'll see you guys next week. Bye.